Hello everybody, it is Al Night, it is Brony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Dual Destinies. We are about to question good old Ponko here, and I don't want to waste any time, so let's get back into this game. This is quite the place. Can't believe we got to see a rocket this close up. This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat 1, inside and out. Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day. Wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was cancelled. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out, check it out. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this a photo of? Phoenix! That's the staff of the Hat 1 project. Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different. Ah, and that's... What is it, Athena? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young, too. That's all. Well, it was 7 years ago, after all, so the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck is Clay Turan. Oh, sorry, is Clay Turan the victim? So they were mentor and protege even way back then. He's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member. No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets. Oh, hey, look. The suit is the same as, Ryunosuke, so... Wonder if it's the same school from the Great Ace Attorney. Well, no, that wouldn't make any sense. They weren't in Japan. Okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. But everybody looks so happy. This space museum is great. What fantastic exhibits. This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor. Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead? There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts! Budget cuts! We need more money! Money! Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot? While it was in space, the Hat 1 launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago. That's what Director Cosmos said too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed. And here it is, the Hope Space Probe. I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the capsule that victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her. The way the Space Center launch pad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you? The setup of the launch pad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind. I want to know! I want to know! Phoenix wants to know too. Great. Now Athena's got a case of Ponkoitis. Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launch pad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along the launch pad over the rails. And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all. It's very cool. Grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. Guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year, myself included. I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged. Guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures. I would love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet, which is perfectly understandable. Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry, that answer isn't in my database. I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions. Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking registered data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe. It contained the asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in the Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. It must not be removed. Exterminate! Sorry. Remember old who? I do. Don't worry, Paco. The people in charge already know what happened. They do? They do? I must ask them later. So the capsule is being kept on Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. But it's a pity this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum. Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently. It's because Ponko is so friendly. Excuse me? Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Let's see, the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay, then let's go back to Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again, and don't forget to visit the gift shop. Poor Ponko, what a Dixonian life we are all forced to lead. Let me make sure I got the evidence I need. Yep. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor. Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then. If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him. You mean that lady in distress bit? We found a bullet hole in the wall at this crime scene. You did! Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Detective Arm? That's right! A warning shot for the defendant. Was it really such a high-fit situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details with what with Detective Arm gone and all. But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together. We already know Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. I hope it goes down easy. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Ah, yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackquill said to dig deep, so that's what I did. Sure took a while, though. Whoa, he got Apollo's and my prints. He even got prints for all of the robots. Guess when Blackquill said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep. Ah, Clay's fingerprints are here too. Sorry. I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints. Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are lots of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get them past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy. Isn't it just a photo of Launchpad 1 door? Yep, but Prosecutor Blackquill seemed really interested in it for some reason. Huh? What's so important about this door? Beats me, but boy, could you see the gear in his head go into hyperdrive at it. Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow. Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss. Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now? You just leave it to me. In justice we trust. Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened the security door. He must have opened it when they went to go board the rocket. His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for his space adventure right then. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the Boarding Lounge 1 camera. Oh, that footage? Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this? Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Huh? The screen went blank. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. There's no footage after this point. Ha ha ha! Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figure if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right? But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. Hey, the return to the Magatama. It's been a while. Those are definitely psyche rocks. Did you just smell psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about? No, Psyche Lock. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this Magatama. Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding. Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much. After all, I did it in the first game. It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me long ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. Let's see what presenting the Magatama R will reveal, shall we?
Take that!
I think you're hiding something, Detective, so why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice? Jeff Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's just so torn up over. Love, oh god. I'm sorry I have to. I bet I know what's been bothering you. You're troubled by love. What? How did you know? I put my pet carp Love in with my goldfish. The next thing I knew, all the little goldfish were gone. Love had eaten them all. Oh, my poor little goldfishies. Oh, I loved you so. I guess love really can cause a lot of heartache, huh? Anyway, I bet this is the issue he's so torn up over. Well, justice, obviously. I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right? No! I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yep, peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy time as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail after a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was relaxed, as you claim, as long as this exists.
Take that!
Before the explosion, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet, security was so tight, they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. Now hold on just a moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that that's true. But I say, it's very strange that this person would be a part of the detail from the outset.
Take that!
Oops. Sorry, guys. Once again, never prepared. Detective Arms specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew there was the possibility that a bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Right! Alright, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. The plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat. But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed? Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't actually just, was it? How was the warning delivered? By phone, and directly to Director Cosmos. But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackquill as well. Prosecutor Blackquill? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court. The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know. Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules. Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right? Well, to tell you the truth, Having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular. I think we guessed that much. So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it. So you weren't told why either, huh? No. I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. Yeah, it would had to have. But Prosecutor Blackquill told me once. The hunt I've been on for the phantom of 7 years past continues even still. 7 years past? A phantom, huh? Not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. But he seems to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to this case? Excuse me. Yup, this case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. So that's why Prosecutor Blackquill thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom? Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago... That's when Prosecutor Blackquill was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. So you see how this phantom and Prosecutor Blackquill's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why you'd think that. This incident in the Phantom, not to mention Blackwill's past. It's almost inconceivable that they would come to head here. This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackquill can't possibly leave Mr. Starbuck as this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all.
Silence!
No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackquill's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. I've seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackquill, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't. Detective Fulbright. Guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackquill and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court. You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackquill, don't you, Detective? Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago. Really? Let's go find her, Mr. Wright. Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust. On 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice we trust. Okay, later. There he goes. Wait, you were supposed to say in justice we trust back there too? Let's go see the witness now. Alright, Space Center entrance it is. The witness must be around here somewhere. Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello? Come over here. Hello? Hello? Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Clonko. Shall I guide you? Guide you? I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Oh, hello, nurse. Jesus. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. Gah! I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen? Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you don't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aurora Blackquill. Dang, Blackquill, you didn't tell me you had a hot sister. Jeez. Oh my god, is that other girl the photo Athena's sister? Is that what this is gonna be? Oh, they both have ties to the Space Center. Oh. Here's the big, it all comes together. Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackquill. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackquill? Could she be... And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonko. That's mean, Miss Aura. Quit complaining. Your model is Ponko too. Gah, but Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonko. Quit your squawking already. No! What are you doing? No, don't! There, I bet you won't be talking back now. Gah, I will obey completely. Yikes, I better watch what wires I cross with this one. Your last name is Blackquill. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You are correct. Simon Blackquill, who used to be prosecutor, is... Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him? Yes. We met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena being shy? This is new. Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? Gah, Miss Aura, that hurts! I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk? But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you ordered me to speak. I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap. Robot abuse, hawk attacks. Blackquill family life must sure be interesting. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do, you're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. We will finish talking to Simon's older sister next time. So everything's tying together, the big arching story of this case. Yeah, and we'll see where this goes. Till then, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Any Time for more content. especially more dual Destinies. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide so we can get as many eyes on this series as possible. And I will see you in the next one.